Hello everyone, Tech1421 here. Welcome back to another Minecraft Hunger Games gameplay commentary. Today is a very special gameplay, and I know I say that a lot, but this one was pretty fun and kind of reminded me of some older commentaries and gameplays back from the beginning days. If you've been here since the beginning, it's a pretty cool gameplay. It, just reminds me of old times and stuff. But this essentially was a cultivator lumberjack gameplay. I was playing alongside AMP1520. Also want to give two shout outs to my other two teammates, Banana here, who we've been playing with a little bit, and also someone by the name of Doomsbringer13, I think it was. Doomsbringer somehow got disconnected at the feast, which was kind of unfortunate. We were doing pretty good. But yeah, so this was a pretty fun game that we were playing. I was Lumberjack, as you can see all the wood in my inventory. Amp was Cultivator, and I think Banana was Ender Mage or something like that. So pretty fun game, and if you haven't seen the very first back in the day kind of gameplay of this, where I was Lumberjack and Amp was Cultivator. We played this right when Lumberjack came out, and Cultivator was still like one of the best kits. So yeah, it was a pretty fun times, and we were kind of trying to go back and do some kind of fort like we did back then. So I will have that linked at the very end of this video in the outro thing. So if you do want to watch that, go ahead. But yeah, in this commentary, I wanted to talk about one thing in particular, and that is my new cat that I got. Now, this is my very first pet. I'm 21 years old, and this is my first pet. I've had a fish tank before, but I wouldn't necessarily count that as, fish are pet. I love fish, but it wasn't like too long. I only had them for about 3 months at the most, so it didn't really last too long. My girlfriend has had this one fish for about, I want to say, a year and a half now, so that's pretty cool. Same little fish, and she's got multiple tanks for it. It keeps growing. This goldfish that just sticks around. Pretty cool goldfish too. But yeah, I want to talk about my new cat that I got, and his name is Chase. He's 2 years old. He's a black cat. He's pretty awesome. He's very awesome, actually. He's not just pretty awesome, he's really awesome. And you might hear him in some of my gameplays from here on out. So just wanted to point that out. If you hear him, that's him. If you hear meowing or anything like that, that's my new cat. And how did we get this cat? How did I get this cat? Basically, my girlfriend's cousin had just had a baby, a newborn baby, about 3 months ago, I think. I think she's 3 months old. Could be wrong. Maybe it's like between 3 and 5 months old, the baby is. And they already have 2 dogs. They had the cat Chase, and it wasn't getting enough attention. They needed to obviously give attention to the baby, and it was just too much to handle, the 3 dogs, the cat, and the newborn baby, because they had the dad's also working. Mom's staying home to raise the newborn. But so they needed to find somewhere to have the cat stay. So we decided, my girlfriend decided that it might be a good idea for him to live at my place. And that's what we did. So he's now here. We picked him up on last Tuesday and had a 2-hour drive to go get him, 2-hour drive back. He moaned in the car the whole time. It was really sad because I don't know, he just didn't like being in the car. But when he got here, it took a while for him to get settled in, about a few days or so. But now he seems to be settled in quite nicely. Today's Sunday, so we've had him for 5 days about. So it's really cool. And if you guys have a cat, let me know in the comments down below. I know a lot of people have dogs and stuff. But if you have a cat, let me know. Let me know the cat's name and all that stuff. And if you have any advice for me, because I've never had a cat before. My girlfriend's helped me out a lot with the cat. But just have any advice, let me know, and I'll help me out a lot, I guess. Because again, never had a pet before, so I'm giving it lots of attention and stuff. But don't know quite what I'm doing the first time around. Pretty cool. The cat, and that's all I really wanted to talk about in this one. So now that we have all this time to spare, we'll talk about the gameplay, because I know a lot of people like hearing about the gameplay and thoughts going through my head and things that we want to do and accomplish in this game. You can see Doombringer 13 right here. Not sure what kid he was, or he or she. Can't just assume that it's a guy or girl. But yeah, so the feast was about to start. I lumberjacked my way on down to the bottom. Now, for those of you who don't know, lumberjack, what it does, I mean, I know a lot of people do know what it does, but for those of you who don't know, because there are so many kits out there, basically you chop down the bottom of a tree, and every wood material from that tree that's above it will get chopped down as well. Pretty cool. You get this like wood axe thing to go with it. So here's the feast, and you see Amp there got intermaged by Banana back up for some odd reason. I don't know why Banana did that. But yeah, just getting all these materials. There's essentially, like, I don't know, I want to say like 3 other people left in the game besides the 4 of us. Now, Doomsbringer did disconnect, doesn't come back. Not sure the reasoning behind that, but I'm sure they had a reason. Or maybe they, I don't know if they did or not. But you see there, I have full dime besides the helmet. I don't have helmets, but Amp had, I believe, full diamond. We'll see in a second. Now, I only have a wooden sword, so I would like to get another kind of sword if I can, because a wooden sword really doesn't help out much at this stage of the game. Most people have at least iron swords. If they still have stone, then they're at a disadvantage. And with the feast coming, you want to be at least having a diamond sword. If you don't have a diamond sword, at least enchanting your iron sword. So kind of weird. They get intermage down there, Amp and the one of the 3 besides us remaining. And yeah, we're just gonna go try to kill this person. They were in full diamond, and it looks like they also have enchantments of their iron sword or iron armor. I think I just said full diamond. I meant iron. They are full iron armor, and they have everything enchanted. So it's basically like having diamond armor almost, if you have the right enchantments on there. So that is a little scary to deal with. Again, I only have a wooden sword, so it's basically like I'm just, hitting them with a feather or something. It's not going to be doing much at all, especially if they have soup. And I was not on point with my flint and steel in this game, that's for sure. I almost killed myself a few times here. And I decided just to tactically retreat, and Amp could, hold his own, and we eventually just go back to the feast, try to get some materials. I believe I make a stone sword eventually, maybe not right here, but eventually I make a stone sword of some kind. And he just came back and fought. At this point, I think this was the only guy left remaining. There's 4 of us. The other 2 somehow died. I think they died from monsters or something. I didn't really want to throw it in the gameplay per se, but yeah, so this guy was definitely good at PvPing, him or she, or yeah. So, but yeah, definitely did really cool, really good. Had that cape on there, which is pretty awesome. And then we just decided, you know what, if they're just continue to go run away and stuff like that, we're just gonna stack up on some materials and get some enchantments done, kill some mobs, get some enchantments, and then just kind of wait for the pit to start. So the pit is going to start momentarily. 50 minutes into that game, the pit starts, and we were looking for the bonus feast too when it spawned. So yeah. So now we're just going to go into the pit right here, and we took a little bit of damage there. And now we're just going to go after this person who seemed like they were, I don't know, AFK for a second there. But now that they have nowhere to run, so that's good. And I also have some arrows and a bow, just in case they try to tower up. And we're just going to continue to hit him. And there we go. So 3 players left, Banana, Amp, and I. And we got a team win here, which is fantastic. Now, unfortunately, due to some weird circumstances, we were going to have a fair fight. But for whatever reason, Banana started getting hit by mobs, didn't fight back enough, and ends up dying. So there are now 2 people remaining, Amp and I, and we're gonna have to try to deal with these mobs in here, and then we're gonna have ourselves a fair fight. So before we do this fair fight and all that stuff, I would like to thank everyone for watching. Again, my new cat, Chase, pretty cool cat, really cool cat, not pretty cool, really cool cat. And here is this last fight of the game. And right now on me, I don't have the stats of this game, but I'm sure I'll put them in the gameplay. So if you're looking at the stats now, there they are. I'm sure I'll have them eventually. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And Amp won that one with that fair fight. He said he was left with like half a heart, which is kind of sad because I almost killed him. But it is what it is. Good, pretty cool game. Pretty fun commentary, I hope. If you guys can leave it a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let me know if you have a cat and all that stuff. And I'll see everyone later. Peace.